Visión comunal, en contacto con las comunidades.
Venezuela in the news. News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Headlines. The parliament has lost its legal status and its actions were annulled. Venezuelan government requests Colombia the capture of 2 criminals. Hyundai foresees to extend investments in Venezuela. The Constitutional Chamber of the Supreme Court of Justice declared yesterday that all the actions of the National Assembly are void and unconstitutional as long as the parliament remains in defiance. The actions of the National Assembly while remaining in defiance of the Electoral Chamber result manifestly lacking of all validity and legal effectiveness. The Venezuelan parliament entered in contempt with the swearing in as deputies of 3 citizens that are being investigated for electoral fraud and other crimes. The Supreme Court assured that the deputies of the National Assembly, after declaring themselves in contempt, will generate responsibilities in constitutional, penal, civil, administrative, disciplinary, ethical, political, and social sanctions. Media Últimas Noticias informed that Láser Airlines will initiate on November 1st its operations to the city of Miami in strategic alliance with World Atlantic Airlines. The itinerary towards the south of Florida will have an inaugural frequency of 1 daily flight departing from Miami at 9:30 in the morning and from Caracas at 3 in the afternoon. The international offer of the airline extends with Miami, that currently covers Panama, Dominican Republic, and Aruba. Láser Airlines offer also includes the sale of flight tickets in bolivars in Venezuela. Venezuelan government requested Colombia for cooperation to capture Lester Toledo and Yorman Varillas, 2 people involved with terrorism and selective murder. Both of them, pawns of coup perpetrators in the country, could be judged for treason against the country and other crimes. Toledo is accused by Caracas for being one of the financial operators of the terrorist plans that could have been carried out in Venezuela on September 1st. On the other hand, Varillas escaped from the country for being involved with the murder of a student in the border state of Zulia to the west of the country. Deputy Diosdado Cabello alerted that the Venezuelan opposition leaders decided to convene a national strike, as they also did in 2002. They also announced a series of protests in several capitals of the country that includes the takeover of the streets for 6 hours and then for 12 hours or more.
Venezuela in the news.
The president of the Fundación Infocentro, David Parra, assured yesterday that the free access internet rooms are deployed in 90% of Venezuelan's municipalities. Infocentro was created as a platform for the democratization of the internet, and in 2011 it received a recognition from the UNESCO for its efforts in the development of the technological literacy of the excluded populations. Currently, there are 900 infocenters in the country, financed by the state through the National Fund for Science, Technology, and Innovation. Venezuela, a country with 30 million inhabitants, has 335 municipalities. The Venezuelan government informed that the Korean company Hyundai is very interested in investing on Venezuela's gas project, using its capacities in industrial terms. The representative of the Hyundai company for Latin America and Europe, Kyung-Min Lee, visited Caracas and will evaluate possible agreements during a new visit at the end of this month. The Venezuelan project portfolio includes new pipelines, plants, and platforms offshore. Venezuela stands in the 8th place of proven reserves of gas worldwide, and first in Latin America with 197 billion cubic feet, which represents 75% of the gas in the whole region.
News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Headlines. The parliament has lost its legal status and its actions were annulled. Venezuelan government requests Colombia the capture of 2 criminals. Hyundai foresees to extend investments in Venezuela.
Venezuela in the news. News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Visión comunal, en contacto con las comunidades.